initial thoughts on how Michael Malone runs his camp and his practices?
It's been great. Been playing, putting in the right things for me to learn, especially for me, learning new things, plays, concepts. But everything's flowing really well. Great, helpful. It's been good. What's up, Drew? You need something, Dirty? All right, cool. Next year. Okay. I appreciate that, baby.
Talking to a lot of guys, everybody comments on how fast you play, how consistently fast you want to push the pace.
Yeah.
Was that something that you're hoping to bring?
Yeah, just being able to keep the pace high as much as I can, keep guys running, get easy looks. It's a part of my game that I'm able to bring. You know what I'm saying? Make sure Julian get open shots, open threes. And that's a part of my job. I'm able to do that at a high level. And
this training camp versus maybe some of the others, how you guys are going to travel now?
I'm not entirely sure. We just look like a more focused, intentional group this year around this training camp. But really, I'm just excited to travel across those waters, take the 17-hour flight, be with these guys, really bond with these guys, and continue to build a chemistry and a rapport with this team. So I think it's going to be a really fun trip. I'm excited for it. Very excited for it.
Being more focused this year, what do you think that's a product of, I guess, as opposed to last year?
For real?
Do you think it's just like coming off of the championship?
Yeah, not winning a championship.
Fair enough. Yeah. How do you tackle a 17-hour flight? What do you do?
Read a lot, drink some wine, play some cards, watch some movies, sleep. There it is.
Nice. Anything that you're reading right now?
Moonwalking with Einstein. It's a good one.
Nice. You have a go-to movie?
My favorite movie of all time is Inside Man.
Nice.
Yeah, Denzel, Spike Lee, Jodie Foster. Yeah, it's a good one.
Have you significantly noticed a shift in the energy in the first couple days of training camp with Russell Westbrook being in the gym?
Yeah. Russ's super intense. He's an intense guy. Just like everything about him, you know what I mean? It's like really intense, and I love it, because I'm like that too, when it comes to the court. So it's just nice to look over and see somebody that is constantly pushing you, constantly wanting you to get better. It's nice.
Has that been what you expected, or in terms of what you were thinking he would be like as a teammate?
Not entirely sure, but the thing about Russ, he only knows one speed, and that's hard as shit, so I love it.
Aaron, putting on the number 32 before a game, do you think that's going to feel any different than grabbing the 50?
Yeah, it does. It feels nice. I think in the midst of the game, you don't really think about the number.
Yep.
But before the game, it's definitely something a little bit more special to me.
You had some praise for Dario at Media Day. If you think back to when you guarded him, what is the challenge that's unique to guarding him?
Well, he's smart. He does his work early. So like offensive rebounds, he gets positioned. He gets his feet set on threes, and on his jump shot, he can shoot the ball really well. He has great footwork and great patience. So he makes you think the game, and he's just really versatile. So you got to be ready for everything with him.
Do you get a sense for yourself that there's new pieces you want to introduce to your game at this stage of your career, or is it about refining the things you already do?
Yeah, it's just doing what I know that I can do. That's really what it comes down to. I do a lot with this game, and just being confident with what I know that I'm capable of.
Do you get the sense that the team kind of shares your sense of hunger after just the way that things ended last year? You talk about how, hey, a little hungry this time as opposed to last training camp, maybe a little bit more.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Kind of on that note, does it feel freer, this training camp? Does it feel mentally like there's less pressure, or you're able to maybe have more fun, not chasing a championship back to back? What does that feel like? How does that feel different?
I think we want to get back to that opportunity, but yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I think we like being hunters. Yeah.
You talk about like long road trips during the regular season, like kind of helping bring the team together. You get on a 17-hour flight, go across the world. You kind of get that team bonding, like I guess that sense of camaraderie start a little bit earlier than you were on a long road trip.
Of course, man. Like the game of basketball takes you all around the world, and we don't take that for granted. So it's a special occasion. It's a special trip, and we understand the magnitude of this trip and just how special of an opportunity it is to go around the world playing a game that we love to play with the people that we love to play with.
Coach was talking at the beginning that he would probably have Christian and Julian kind of split shooting guard time. Have you gotten a sense of how those groups have felt? Like, is there any differences, any noticeable differences when those two are playing?
I don't think we've played enough yet. I don't think we've logged enough minutes to figure that out yet.
What are kind of the keys to you for like a successful training camp? I guess you've done this enough times in your career.
You got to push yourself. You got to push yourself to get back into shape. Be very attention to detail. I think the teams that focus on the detail and push themselves to get back in shape, they come out with a head start as opposed to the teams that are a little bit lax on the details and lax on the cardio.
Going back to CB and Julian for a second, what makes you confident that they're ready to take the next step in their game?
They're fearless. They're fearless, and they have confidence in themselves, and we have confidence in them. And they're great ball players, and they're surrounded by other great ball players, and that helps with your confidence as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think anytime you lose, it kind of brings that side out of you, out of everybody. So I think we're on the right track, and we've had a couple great competitive practices. I just think we're all ready to get it going.
How's just getting back in the gym, getting back into the swing of things?
Good. It's good to see everybody, obviously. Get up and down, have some fun. It's a light vibe in here, so everybody's enjoying themselves, I think.
Jamal, what are your early impressions of Dario Saric?
Good, man. He knows how to play. That's the biggest thing. He knows how to play the game and willing to do whatever it takes to get a dub. So I think he's very versatile. I think he's going to be a great playmaker for us as well, or at least an underrated playmaker. He's going to be a key part of that second unit.
Any thoughts on that Minnesota trade?
What trade?
Cat to the Knicks, Dante DiVincenzo, and Julius Randle to the Minnesota team. You didn't hear about that?
I'm not on social media.
Oh, really? Well, we just broke the news for you. What do you think?
I just worry about us. I don't really care about everybody else.
Jamal, in terms of just kind of generating an impression off the dribble, the competitiveness, competitive environment. Do you see any parallels between Russell and what you guys had a couple of years ago with Bruce a little bit?
No. I would say Russ brings his own energy, whether you're with him or not. I think that's the best part. He's just ready to compete, ready to push everybody. I think the greatest part is he holds himself accountable, and he's not just all talk. He goes and he works, and he tries to lead by example as well. So I think everything that he's done and he's doing and will do for us will be great. And I'm just looking forward to kind of getting the atmosphere and going against the other teams and not going against each other all the time.
So do you only catch up on various off-season moves and stuff around the league when you're preparing to scout for a certain team and you see, oh, this guy's on this team now?
No, I'm not on social media. So whenever you guys tell me or whenever somebody tells me something, then that's what I know.
Well, it seems like Drew Gordon spent a lot of time around the team the last couple of years. What was he like to be around?
It was great. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
That's fine. Is there a specific emphasis in today's practice?
Not turning over. Continue to play hard after guys are a little bit tired from the first day. But overall, it's not like you're.
Being around the guys, what are your impressions of the organization?
I'm really impressed. Obviously, we're talking about probably the best, maybe one of the best team in the league last couple years. Everybody's smiling, everybody's ready. it was tough for the guys last year, you know, coming right out of the championship and try to compete all season. Maybe they a little bit tired last season, and now you can see they energize more. They are like happy, and I think it's gonna be a good season for all of us. And I think we can go, you know, to be the last team standing.
It's really early, but do you get a sense that you're fitting into the role you kind of expected coming in? Like, is there any sense of that if you're just 3 days?
I mean, I think I'm a kind of player I can really adjust on kind of every situation what coach wants from me. You know, is that playing a little bit more on a 5, down low, a little bit more pop, or you know, playing with Nikola like a 4, playing with Vlatko on a 5, or AG, or with the DJ playing 4, stretch 4. So I'm kind of like try to, you know, be in contact with the coach and specifically for which game he wants me, what to play more and how to adjust for their game. But I think I can complementary for all players there.
What have been your kind of early impressions of playing for Michael Malone, I guess, just a few days into camp and how he coaches?
Yeah, I think he coaches very well. I can see his energies, I can see his toughness, you know, and he's kind of like, you know, you can see his experience and how he, you know, when he's talking about something, you can see that's like really have a base for that. So with that experience, with championship pedigree, it's just amazing to be work under him, let's say, and I think he's a great coach.
When you reflect on your career, was there a season or a team or a stop where you feel like you had the most fun in the NBA, where basketball is the best for you?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I mean, I have, you know, my early days in a Philly. I was really enjoying, you know, run with the Phoenix when we went in the final, bubble too, you know. I was really liking my role and how I play, you know, beginning of the last season in Golden State. So, you know, a couple places I have fun, but, you know, you always expect that this one is going to be good for my playing, for the team playing, and we can reach something bigger than just us, let's say, this year. So, you know, when you come in 30 years old, you know, you don't run any more specific, you know, you want to be amazing player, you want to fit in, you want to be, you know, good teammate, you want to, you know, play well too, but like really have an impact on the game to win on the end, you know. I think that's why Denver is good, you know. They have young guys, but they really need to figure out how to play their role in a winning team, and a team who is obviously one of the maybe best candidates to win the championship. It's a different role than starting in smaller teams when you have like more offense for you and that kind of stuff. So this is kind of like different and bigger.
What do you think will be kind of the keys for you to be effective in lineups with Nikola Jokic if you're kind of playing the 4 with him sometimes this season?
I mean, I think of course you're gonna need sometimes everybody to learn each other, but I think what I say, I can play off of him. Obviously he's the best passer in today's league, MVP, so I'm gonna play off him. You know, if he wants me to stay a little bit more 3-point line or play more down there, you know, I think I have a solid IQ, he have a high IQ, so we're gonna try to figure out like how we're gonna play.
Yours is only solid.
I mean, like he's high. I can't put myself in his conversation. Yeah.
Dario, coming from Golden State, obviously they run a lot of motion and with Steph and with Clay. Then, do you notice any similarities or differences between just these two systems?
Yes, kind of like both teams like to have emotions, go side to side. Kind of like obviously when you have like bigs who can really pass, like Nikola and Draymond there, you know, you try to have guys who can really shoot and score around, to play around them and that kind of stuff. So I can see the similarities, but you know, Golden State is good. They have Steph, you know, and that kind of stuff. But you can see here, you know, Jamal and Nikola, that kind of like pick and roll situation, end of the games, last 5 minutes, you know, AG playing in a dunker and Michael and CB, in this case, you know, playing the shooter outside is going to be really tough to guard. You know, all league knows that, but it's really tough to guard, especially, you know, with Nikola who can make a play, score, Jamal who can score off the dribble. So Golden State is similar, but like you have like step, you know, you work everything, you know, to be able free step at least a half second and that kind of stuff. You know.
Aaron Gordon really sung your praises at Media Day. I don't know if you saw it. What do you make of his support? And have you guys had conversations just about him admiring your game or anything of that level?
Yeah, we talk a little bit in the locker room. Obviously, we play against each other. Obviously, Nikola, AG, me, we are all same age. So we were under 19 championship World Cup in Czech. America won. AG was MVP that year. So we kind of know each other for, let's say, now 10 years. So we've been playing against each other in the league. So, I think AG is great. I think he fits this team unbelievable. He can play in both ways. He can bring the ball up the court. Obviously, very athletic. And he can guard from position 1 to 5. It's just you don't see that in NBA very often. So, I'm looking forward maybe playing with him in a pair. Try to learn of him how he likes to play. So I think we need at least a month, to figure out all kind of roles how we're gonna play. So I have big likes and love for AG and his game. We've been in a long league 10 years. We know what is when you start in one team, go in another team, and that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate his game and his words.
Has Nikola hit you with a pass you weren't expecting yet?
I can't remember. I know he surprised me a couple of times, but I was guarding him. So, no, yeah.
How much can a long trip like this help you guys build that camaraderie and chemistry early on?
I think he can. Sometimes, traveling that lot can be a little bit, can make us tired a little bit. But I think, it's good for the team bond, kind of like to go there, to hang out, get a couple dinners together, and learn a little bit more about each other, and have some practices there to see how we work on the court. I think most important thing how we fit on the court. But I think this team have good, solid, high IQ players who can really play together and find a way to play together.
How will you pass the time on the 17-hour flight?
I mean, it's been last 9 years, always 2 times per year,
Yeah.
sometimes 15, 13, 20 hours. Sometimes you cannot reach the flight, you stay in other cities. So I kind of learn, it's going to be tough, but at least it's a, straightforward 17 hours. So I think we should have a good seat, so it should be good.
You can try to sleep as much as you can.
I will try.
Real quick, earlier you mentioned you and Jokic and IQ. I know a lot of people who might say that's a Balkan thing. Do you agree? Is that part of the Balkan school of basketball?
Maybe. I think in America you have players with a high IQ, but that's how we learn playing basketball. It's always how I'm gonna trick you. It's not how I'm gonna be faster than you, how I'm gonna handle you. It's more how I'm gonna trick you. It's more like kind of that stuff. So I don't know. That's how we learn. I think we play more team basketball because you usually have clubs. So in clubs, all 12 guys knows how to play, kind of playing the same style, and everybody kind of fit in the team. Whereas let's say in the States it's more you have a couple guys in the team who are gonna get a ball and go work and that kind of stuff. So this is a little bit kind of different, But obviously, in the States you have great talents, high players, one-on-one players who are just amazing, really hard to guard one-on-one. So it's more one-on-one basketball. Here is more, let's say, 5-on-5, and over there, yeah.
Thank you.